And now it's time for What's the Tea with Parfait?
Come, come, whoever you are, to Meg's Magical Mansion, a virtual guest house for spiritual wayfarers, a place where the ordinary becomes magical. Listen, Meg always does the intro and I'm not going to do it because I'm Parfait and we do things differently around here when I'm in charge. This is Alice Poopers, and she's kind of falling a little bit of asleep today. But we're going to talk to you about spell jars. In particular, this practical magic skill that helps you to manifest all sorts of things in your life, like happiness and wealth and beauty. I'm going to work today on a protection one, so you can use everyday items that you find in the house to help you make your spell jars extra special. So sit back today and learn more about spell jars. Hey everybody, Parfait here to show you how to make these jars. Now my jar is going to be a protection jar. Whenever I do a jar, I want to first cast a circle. Now in order to cast a circle, you're going to use salt and you're going to pour it in a circular motion around something like, say for instance, a board or other surface that you're going to use. When I cast a circle, I'm going to go counterclockwise with this circle because I want protection. I'm trying to ward off energy. I'm trying to keep energy away. If you want to draw in energy, you're going to go ahead and you're going to go clockwise with your circle. So when you cast your circle, you're going to go clockwise to draw in energy. For instance, for love or maybe wealth, okay? So let's go ahead and cast the circle. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, and pour my circle counterclockwise. There you go. That's the first step. We're going to go ahead now and use our cedar on our casting circle. We're going to also be driving away that negative energy. So we're going to go around our casting circle 3 times in a counterclockwise motion. Now again, this is to drive away that negative energy. Now our circle is all set and we're ready to begin. So now I want to show you some examples of some jars we've made in the past. These are actually protection jars, just like the jar I'm going to make. And this protection jar, as you can see, has a Norse symbol on the top here. That symbol drives away evil. And Meg also went ahead and used black wax on top, also to drive away evil. This is her protection jar, and it's filled with all sorts of things. Here we have another example. This time we have a pentagram that we have on it, and here you can see the different layers of what we're going to use in our protection jars. This one has salt in it and other spices and herbs, and we're going to talk more about what they mean and why they're really important in your protection jar. Now you can use all sorts of jars. You can use jars that you have laying around that are either small like this one, or you can use bigger jars. Again, the jar you want to find for your protection spell or any spell that you want to do, you want to make sure that it fits what you want. So for instance, if you're going to be putting a lot of things in it, use a bigger jar. If you're going to not be putting so much in, use a smaller jar. So these are some examples of jars we've made in the past here at the mansion. I'm going to go ahead and use this one for our example today because I like this jar. It just speaks to me. Okay, now that I've selected my jar, I'm going to go ahead and start to put items in it that I know are going to help to protect me. The first thing I'm going to put in is salt. Salt is one of those things that always helps with protection, and in this case is going to form the base of my jar. So I'm going to put a little salt in there. After adding my salt to my jar, now I'm going to go ahead and start to add some of the items that are going to help to protect me. The first one I want to add is Blessed Thistle. Blessed Thistle helps not only in purification, but also in protection. It protects you from hexes, and it also can break hexes. So really important stuff. Now this is also going to protect you again against evil. So you want to make sure that you're putting that into your jar. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit in there. There we go. Okay. Don't want to use a whole lot of it. Meg will kill me if I start really using a lot of her potions and other various things, her spices and herbs. So the next thing I want to add in is going to be my star anise. Now star anise is again one of those things that is going to help you in protection. It's going to help not only in purification, but it's going to ward off that evil eye. You don't want people watching you. There we go. Put a little bit in there. And again, this is going to help with that protection and it's also going to help you with your psychic abilities. So this is going to help you to realize maybe if somebody is doing something against you, or maybe help you to feel a presence or an energy that might not be something that you want around you. Now that I've added some of the items, the next one I want to add is going to be two other things that I think are really important. One of them is whole cloves. Again, also going to protect you. Cloves are one of those things that not only smells really good, but also is, again, another item you want to add to your protection jar. The next one I have is dried mistletoe. Now, dried mistletoe, again, and I'm just going to share a little secret here with you. Look. Meg puts all these labels on here, that tells me everything. So, if you think I really know all this stuff and memorized it, well, you're right. No, I'm kidding. No, it's because Meg's already gone ahead and put the labels. So if you see me doing this, it's only to refresh my memory about what I'm putting in here and why. Now, this one has protection. And this one protects you against, and this sounds funny, I know, werewolves. So, our dried mistletoe helps not only protect you from werewolves, but also from disease and other types of badness. Now the next thing we're going to add is we're going to go ahead and add some pepper. Now for our pepper, we're going to use some white pepper. And again, pepper is going to make those people sneeze. It's going to be uncomfortable when you get it in your nose. It's spicy. It's one of those things that's meant to help keep, again, these evil intentions away from you. These evil energies that you don't want around you. So we're going to do a little white pepper, and then we're just going to do some regular black pepper in here. Create our layers. There we go. And then I'm going to add a lot of cayenne. Cayenne's hot and spicy. And the cayenne pepper is going to really drive away that evil. Keep it away from you. So I'm going to put a lot of cayenne in here. There we go. You can also do a little crushed red pepper. So in keeping with my pepper theme here, keeping all that negativeness away, I'm going to put more pepper in my jar. Now, because we have so much pepper in there, of course you have to think of my favorite disco song. Burn, ladies, burn, disco inferno. Hopefully you light them on fire. They deserve to be on fire. Those nasty bitches. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. So, in looking at what we're going to put in here next, I would recommend a little sunflower. Now you might be asking yourself, why does sunflower go in there? Well, number one, I love sunflower. And sunflowers would bring me happiness and joy when I see them. Also, sunflowers are known for energy and protection. Thank you, Meg. So we're going to go ahead and add that because we need a little help. They also help us with some wisdom and helping us to fulfill wishes. So we're going to use some more sunflower. There we go. Voila. After we add our sunflower, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some other items that I put aside here. The next things we're going to add are going to be some bougainvillea thorns. Now the reason why we're adding these is because they're thorny and they hurt. And when you get them stuck in you, they're going to make you stop and they're going to make you think about what you're doing. So again, these are meant to drive away that evil intention, to drive away those evil spirits. Anybody who wants to do you harm. This is going to help to keep them trapped and keep them away from you. The next thing I'm going to add here, and be very careful, is I'm going to add a razor blade. A razor blade, again, meant to hurt, to keep somebody away, to cut them, to keep them away from you, to protect you away from that negative energy. The final things I'm going to add here are going to be some nails. These nails, again, they're going to be sharp. They're going to be something that will keep that negative energy away and keep that evil away from you by driving it away. So these are some of the things that I've added to my protection jar. I'm going to go ahead and top it all off with a little salt and then my final item. The final thing I'm going to add to my protection jar is going to be chrysanthemums. Chrysanthemums. Parfait can do this, I swear. Chrysanthemums.
Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum.
Okay, apparently I cannot say chrysanthemums too fast, so therefore we're just going to call them mums. So we're going to throw some mums in here. And again, these are going to help to protect you. It helps to ward off evil spirits. So we're going to throw some of those in as well. You're going to laugh at the outtakes of this one because I was really struggling with that. Thankfully, Meg, a former teacher by the way, was able to help me in sounding out that word. There you go. We're going to put some of those in, and voila. Now that I'm finished adding items to my jar, I'm going to add an incantation. An incantation is a chance for you to add something by speaking it out loud. Sometimes speaking things out loud give it more power and energy. So I wrote an incantation here. I wrote, I call upon and invoke the protective energies of the universe. Let no harm come to me. Let me be free of all negative intent and ill will. Keep me free from pain and let me rise above illness. So it will be. Now I'll let my incantation burn and I will add its ashes to my jar. Now after burning our incantation, we can add it to our spell jar. I'm going to use my mini broom here to go ahead and add my ashes. Once I have my ashes added to my spell jar, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little bit more salt. This also helps to purify and also adds in the protection. I'll go ahead and put the lid on very tight, and then you can use any color candle you would like. Now, Meg used a black candle in our example, but you can use any color. I'm going to go ahead and use the blue candle because that's what we had around. Thank you for joining me and learning about how to make these amazing little spell jars. Spell jars are a great way for you to manifest things in your life. And remember, incantations can also help as well. I can't wait to put mine to the test, put it somewhere safe so it can help protect me from anybody who might want to hurt me. Not like that would be anybody, but anyway. In the words of Buddha, remember, 1,000 candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of that candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. So thank you for sharing your time and attention with us here at Meg's Magical Mansion. Toodles.
Cra.
Cra.
San.
San.
The. Mum.
Mum. Cus.
Cra.
Cra. San.
Chrysanthemums.
Chrysanthemums.
The.
Chrysanthemums.
Look at it. Look at it.
Chrysanthemums.
The mums.
Chrysanthemums. Okay.
Chrysanthemums. Cra. This is great.
Chrysanthemums.
The. There's no other R at the end. Mums. They're mums.
Mums.
You could just say mums. Say, I can't say chrysanthemums and say it however you want. I just call them mums.
Okay.